Hey yo, we okay. So that's a thing I set up at the last minute. That took me a good second and a half to get set up, but it's working. Oh my god, my voice is cracking. I thought that was cool. I think it's cool to have like a little thing where it like shows what music we're listening to, like in the intro. I thought that was kind of neat. I need to get a stream deck. Because if I can get a stream deck, I can actually have the physical buttons to click that will like change what is being shown on the screen, and I can set that all up. And I've actually been working on like kind of expanding my ability to shift stuff around on stream and be able to like move some things onto the screen, move some things off, kind of mix it up, make it kind of more dynamic, I guess, a little more exciting. Because ultimately, that's kind of what I want to do, is I want to make streams like an interesting thing to engage with. I want to make it like exciting, make it dynamic. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You can fill in the blanks. But regardless, we're not doing anything too interesting today. We're doing a pretty boring stream. Hey yo, hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome. We have 9 people here. Wow, okay. This is pretty good. This is pretty good viewers. So, we're gonna be doing boring stuff. We're gonna be playing Minecraft, but I do have a general plan for Minecraft. Oh, you're Scarlet! Oh, hi! Oh, welcome to stream. I'm so happy you're here. I stream every Saturday and Wednesday, as you can see. And it's fun. We do ape shit and stuff, and we scream, and it's fun. And I talk all sorts of stuff. We talk life, we talk politics. I am very good at just kind of sitting here and rambling for like long periods of time. So, that's what we're gonna be doing. So, I wonder if May is gonna bring in May along. Yeah, we need the May trio. We need the May trio at some point. We need to get all 3 Mays to show up in the stream chat. That would be amazing. But no, stream's gonna be boring. It's a bit boring, normal stream. We're gonna be playing Minecraft. I have a plan for what we're gonna be doing this time though. I say that every time. I think you people are probably fucking sick of hearing me say that. But I have a fucking plan. And I've been like figuring out how we're going to take that plan and we're going to execute it. And we're gonna cut its head off live on television. It's gonna be great. So, this stream, since we've been mapping a lot, I am going to move. We're gonna move. We're going to leave the house we've been stuck in for so long, and we're gonna head back to spawn for a period of time. After we map spawn, of course. That's gonna be the first objective, is map spawn. Then we're gonna move and settle in spawn. From there, we're gonna... Oh, hey, look, there's Minecraft. From there, we are going to be kind of expanding outwards and trying to see... Oh my god. Just how much we can map. And just how much we can, like, kind of explore. Because my goal is I want to be able to find an ocean, because I would prefer to build the city along a bank, because then we can kind of build the city off of there, have like a fishing district, kind of moving into a residential district, and then as we get inland, have like a denser residential district, and then have its own cut-off industrial district. Things like that. But, yeah. Okay, cool. Stream is working. Sick. I do want to also set up a thing. I don't know how to set it up yet, though. So that's a future thing I want to set up, is I want to have chat up on the screen. I want to have, like, the chat going by up on the screen, and I also want to have a thing that shows what song we're listening to up on the screen. But of course, those are future things that I need to work out the kinks of. I've experimented with it a little bit. I can't get it to work properly as of yet. There's a glitch with whenever I have the song name being displayed on screen, I can never see my mouse when I, like, do this. So that's obviously a problem. I need to be able to see what we're doing. Oh my god, my frames are terrible. What is happening? Let's go 100. Boom. 52? There we go. Okay, there we go. 80. That 90, 92. Okay, cool. If we had you've reached North Korea. You need based individuals from North Korea. Yeah. I mean, if I could give you some for, like, fucking over imperialists. But most of them are dictators and authoritarian. So, like, I don't think you want to have, like, authoritarian people on your thing because you're not a fan of that shit. For me, I don't care. As long as you fuck over a capitalist, you're pretty cool in my book. Our cactuses are not growing. That's going along well. I just want to map down there. And then from there... Yeah, no, fuck that. Yeah, okay. So now you understand where we diverge. Some ice Chewers Forum. That's something we actually know. That's probably not good on stream to go to the Ice Chewers Forum. As much as I'd love to go to the Ice Chewers Forum on stream, I feel like that's gonna go bad. Wait, why is it hot? I know it's summer, but like, it's hot. What the hell? Let's check fucking... Yeah, it's warm. Area kinda just chill with this on the background? Okay, have fun with that. What if Jeff Bezos' spacecraft didn't return? Okay, I wanted to stream his rocket launch, but that probably wouldn't have been the best time to stream, so I never ended up doing it. But what I was really hoping for is that, like, on stream we'd get to witness him just kind of evaporate before our very eyes, and then I'd get banned from Twitch, and that would be like the coolest fucking way to get booped off the platform. But unfortunately we never got to do that. Sharkins. I like how the white villagers are like kind of in camouflage to a degree. Give me a map, you fool. Thank you. So we need more iron. That's an objective for the stream because we're kind of out. As much as that pains me to say. Lex Luthor was less evil than Jeff? I agree! Yeah. Lex, also, did you see? Okay, there was the fucking 18-year-old that went to space with Jeff Bezos. He's the youngest man ever to go to space. And he went because his fucking billionaire father bought him the fucking ticket. Like, his dad bought the ticket, was gonna go to space, and was like, yeah, actually, I don't want to fucking die. So I'm just gonna give it to my son. And his son was like, wow, this is phenomenal. I'm going to do this. And his son went off and went to space. And now he's the youngest guy to go to space. But like, after the whole shebangle was over, just kind of listening to evil Vsauce. They're all villains. Yes, they're all villains, bruh. But like, fucking watching Jeff Bezos talk about his flight after the experience, it was just really sad. Okay, I'm sorry. It was really sad. It could have funded so many charities. If that money had been taxed, think about all the fucking people that would have elevated out of the property and all the infrastructure you could have built with that. Like, and also, after he's done, let me just say, Jeff Bezos, he talks like a fucking idiot, okay? He talks like an idiot. Like, I'm gonna sleep, and then I'm gonna get this shit, okay? Because he genuinely sounds like he has no idea what he's talking about. He's a fucking moron. Like, 2 brain cells. Okay, I have to pause that. YouTube. Jeff Bezos returned interview. Yeah, here's his YouTube. No, shut the fuck up. Let me. Boop. Boop.
Jeff Bezos, you are an astronaut now. How does it feel?
Look at this guy. Look at this guy, right? He's got a fucking cowboy hat on. He does sound like a frat douchebag, right? When he said his customers and employees paid for it, it was like, just go fuck yourself. Go take that penis-shaped rocket and shove it up your ass, okay? Think about if NASA had all of the money that SpaceX, Blue Origin, and all of these other private companies had, all combined, was given to NASA, think about all the shit we'd be doing. Like, he went to space, right? Oh, very cool. The Soviet Union went to space 60 years ago, right? We landed on the fucking moon 60 years ago. And now it's like impressive that billionaires are shooting themselves into space with their untaxed money. It's like, think about how far NASA would have gone if it had all of that money, all of that budget. Yeah. The government just gave him fucking money. But yet we don't fund NASA. We don't fund all of these other programs. Like, think... I'm fucking... Okay, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just listen to his dumbass voice.
It's amazing. You know, there are no words. It was a perfect mission. I'm not talented enough to put this into words. The accelerating G-forces and how that felt your skin pulled back and pushed into the seat. And then zero G comes so suddenly, and then you're just floating. My brother pointed out in the car back that it's kind of feels like we were almost evolved. It's like surprisingly natural.
Okay. Look at these fucking brainlets. They're both like bald head-ass motherfuckers with not a single hair on their body. Just pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Yeah, you can afford your $28 million ticket to space. Yes, fun fact, if you want to take a Blue Origin rocket to space, this is now something you can do. This is a commercial product you can buy. If you have $28 million lying around, you too can experience the wonders of zero gravity and looking down at the earth below you for a long, sprawled out 11 total minutes. That's pathetic. It's so pathetic. It's so fucking sad. Like, think about how many resources it used, not just to fire the rocket, but to design the rocket, to build the rocket, to build the facility it was launched from, to set up the company, to pay all of those workers who could all of those resources could be given to NASA, who could be developing. Like, think about what NASA has done. It's not just about going to space, but all of those tools and utilities that they've developed, the cameras used in satellites are now in your phone. The GPS technology to keep satellites in line is now in your phone. All this technology is used by us in the modern day. Microprocessors, like microchips. All of this technology developed by NASA. Wonderful, amazing technology. And we're not funding NASA anymore because fucking Nixon was like, oh yeah, we got to the moon. The Soviet Union's bankrupt. I guess we don't need to go to space anymore. Let's fuck over the budget. And now it's these fucking untaxed, bald-ass, penis-shaped rocket billionaires are going to space because it's fun. On r/conservative, someone made a post about how spaceflight is only possible because of capitalism. Fuck off! The USSR went to space first. They've got the first man in space, the first woman in space, the first dog in space, the first cat in space. They built the first space station. They got the first satellite, artificial man-made satellite, to orbit the entire planet, the Sputnik. And then America got to the moon, and they won the space race, apparently. Now, I will say, getting to the moon is the crowning achievement of the space race, right? If you make it to the moon, you win by default. But the amount of achievements that the Soviet Union got, and the distance that they made it, the thing is, the Soviet Union was operating their space programs in a very capitalistic manner, whereas the United States had all of its, like, space tech all under one company, NASA, where they all worked together towards one common goal. The Soviet Union had multiple space organizations that were all competing against each other for goals of their own, which meant that they had less resources to work with, and thus competing with each other, weren't able to share technology. So, if anything, the United States' systems of getting to space and setting up NASA was much more communistic than the Soviet Union's was. We lost the space race for a reason, yes. I will say we won because of the moon landing, but still, all of the achievements of the Soviet Union were fucking phenomenal. The only big accomplishment of the US is we landed on first, yeah. USSR was basically intellectually superior. I mean, America had a very horrible stereotype that the Soviets were backwards and primitive. And then all of a sudden there's a fucking tin can zipping around Earth, like sending out radio signals and a little bleep bleeps. It's like that just blew people away. People thought that the Sputnik was a fucking bomb that was gonna shoot lasers down on Earth. There were newspapers written about it. USSR is the first monkey in space. You gotta feed the rockets money so they can fly. Yeah. Only thing Republicans care about is your flag. Yeah. That is how capitalism makes spaceflight possible. They burn money and it uses it as the ignition fuel. Exactly. Albert died. We stopped going to the moon because we had only scientific advancement, couldn't make money off it. Yeah, exactly. The thing about the Soviet Union is they began to pursue space travel because of the achievements they could make, because of how amazing of a prospect that was. There's no profit motive to be had. The United States went to the moon in a very capitalistic manner out of competition, right? It was a competition against the Soviet Union. We were competitive, and that's what capitalism is. It's competitive. And once we got to the moon, and then we lost the competitor, just like we got a monopoly, and suddenly there's no room left to compete, and now suddenly progress stops, because that's how technology works. The moment that a technology company gets a monopoly, they're not competing against anyone anymore, and thus technology stagnates because they don't need to innovate anymore. America isn't special at this point. No, China has an amazing space program. For like 20 years, no, not 20 years, like 10 years. For like 10 years, Canada and this Russian Federation was the only countries that were maintaining the International Space Station, along with Japan and a few other countries that were occasionally going up. It was mainly Canada and Russia that were keeping it going. But just profit motive with these billionaires that are creating rockets to go to space. It's not just about what they're doing right now, which is commercial space flights, about looking down at the Earth for 11 minutes and making $28 million per ticket off of that. It's not about that. It's about what comes next, which is asteroid mining. Asteroid mining, in terms of like technological achievement, is the next great step forward for humanity, right? The moment we start mining asteroids in space, all of those resources are the expensive metals like cobalt, gold, copper, amazing rare earth metals that would destroy our economy. But this, you can have like emissive industries in space because you're not destroying an atmosphere. There's no ozone that you're destroying. And the thing is, if you have a central, like, socialist government that is going up and mining asteroids, and they're using these resources to build infrastructure, using these resources for the betterment of humanity, that is great. But what these billionaires are doing is once they start mining these asteroids and collecting cobalt and all of these expensive metals, what next? What happens when these guys become the first trillionaires? And then they bring cobalt to Earth typically it would just fuck up the economy, right? Suddenly the super rare material is suddenly super cheap because there's so much of it. But that's where these billionaires can hold the resource from the public domain, and because they're holding the resource and only selling very few of it, they have a monopoly on this very expensive material that they have a surplus of, and thus can jack the price up. It's like, that's what they're going for. This is the end goal of this shit. It's a race to become the first trillionaire. But the reality is NASA needs to be behind mining asteroids. We need to be mining asteroids, using those resources to build rockets, to expand industrial infrastructure, to expand government infrastructure, and elevate people. And there's other technologies we need to be advancing too, that these fucking dimwits won't advance in. Like a skyhook. And a skyhook is an idea where it's a big metal rod that basically dips down into the atmosphere and can latch onto a plane and basically just kind of slingshot it out of our atmosphere. But every time something slingshot out, the spinning of the hook loses momentum. So thus, returning missions would grab onto the hook and be slinged back down to Earth, further re-accelerating the hook. And that's like technology that would genuinely help space travel. But these dimwits don't fucking care. Because ultimately, all they care about is mining. They don't care about actually advancing technology. And something this guy talks about, and something people talk about a lot, is that when you're in space and you look down upon the Earth, there's the, I think it's called the atmosphere effect or something. Hold on. Effect from looking at Earth from space. The overview effect. So the overview effect is basically when you're in space and you're looking down on Earth, you get this like sudden realization that borders are fake and how fragile the universe is, right? It's this like sudden realization of like, wow. Oh, thank you, YS1219 for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're rambling about space and Jeff Bezos. We're a little off topic for what the stream is supposed to be, but essentially, it's the overview effect often changes. Oh, that was just stream notification. It means someone followed. But this overview effect changes so many people. And it like really teaches them a lesson. But this isn't exactly true. Because there's a politician, I forget what his name was, but he was a Republican politician who basically held NASA's budget hostage because he wanted to go to space to see what was going on. So they took him up to the space station. And when he came back, he was just as conservative and just as staunch as he was before. And the thing about Jeff Bezos is he talks about it right here. I should just play the video. He talks about the overview effect. And he says, wow, we need to be focusing on the climate. We need to be focusing on our world, on our environment. But the reality is that this guy owns a company where they are actively burning products that do not sell as to create artificial scarcity. Because when you create artificial scarcity, you can sell products at a higher value. And I'll show you that in a second.
It's like effortless. You feel comfortable. It's not.
And again, he sounds like a douchey frat boy, but he's like 92 years old and a lizard.
Weird at all. It's very nice.
Mark, You have spent your whole life with this man.
Yeah.
In West Texas, you spent time on your grandfather's farm playing Space Cowboys, but this is so much more.
This guy got $300,000 from his parents to make Amazon, by the way. He's not like an ordinary Joe who grew up on a farm. No, his parents gave him $300,000 to start Amazon.
Than boys who wanted to be astronauts.
Yeah.
Your brother has been determined to advance space travel. I want to know, what did it feel like to be up there together when you locked eyes?
It was pretty special. First of all, it just meant a tremendous amount to me to be able to represent my mom and dad, our sister Christina, in being there to celebrate a lifelong dream come true. And I can tell you that we decided to...
Hi, wow.
Well, yeah, a little
Hi, Mom.
We did a little hi, Mom, in zero G.
One of us was upside down in zero G. So hopefully we got it right.
We don't know if it came out. We'll have to go again if it didn't come out.
It could be hi, wow, if we got it wrong.
Or
We'll
wow,
see.
hi. Yeah.
Oh my god, look at how quirky they are. Wow, look how quirky.
This was your dream, but for all those millions of Americans who are watching this, who are saying, this is a joyride, it has nothing to do with me.
Because it literally is. This is literally of 2 billionaires who were like, hey, you know what, I'm bored. You want to go to space? And the other one was like, yeah, sure. Why the fuck not? I'm bored. It would be really cool to go to space. And so they're like, okay, we are the fucking wealth of the entire world. So let's just casually make a space company, hire some of the greatest minds, give them jack shit pay, overwork them, build a rocket that looks like a fucking dick, and then just go to space ourselves. And then have like some dipshit 18-year-old pay $28 million to come along with us.
Yeah.
What did you experience that matters to all Americans?
Well, listen, we have to build a road to space so that our kids and their kids can build the future. We live on this beautiful planet. We saw this. I mean, you
Here's the overview effect right here.
can't imagine how thin the atmosphere is when you see it from space. We live in it, and it looks so big. It feels like, you know, this atmosphere is huge, and we can disregard it and treat it poorly.
This is one of Amazon's biggest UK warehouses in Dunfermline, Scotland. And from inside where millions of perfectly good products each year are sent to be destroyed. Secret footage captured in what's known as the destruction zone, and that calls into question the company's environmental and ethical practices. An ITV News investigation reveals unsold laptops scanned not for delivery, but instead marked destroy. Boxes full of electrical items such as drills, shavers, headphones, even smart TVs. The list goes on. Brand new books still in their wrappers, or jewellery or steel cutlery with that same instruction: destroy. One former employee who wishes to remain anonymous reveals the scale of what they're asked to do.
So from a Friday to a Friday, our target was approximately 130,000 items a week.
The target to destroy from one centre was 130,000 items.
Yes.
And how did that make you feel when you knew that?
I gasped. There's no rhyme or reason to what gets destroyed. Dyson fans, Hoovers, the occasional MacBook or iPad. Or the other day, 20 bins filled with thousands of COVID masks still in their plastic wrappers. Overall, I'd say 50% of all items seem to be unopened and still in their shrink wrap. The other half are returns, but in good condition.
Undercover filming shows a manager's spreadsheet from April at the Dunfermline depot. 124,000 items to destroy that week. Now, Amazon does donate to charity, but over the same period, that figure was just 27,000. Suppliers who sell their goods through Amazon often store them in their warehouses. The longer they're unsold, the higher the charges, until it becomes uneconomical. For international vendors, it's often more expensive to get the products sent back than be disposed of. So they're often loaded onto pallets, again marked destroy, before heading out on lorries that we tracked to see where they went. Well, we followed this lorry from the Amazon fulfillment centre with those items marked electrical destroy, and this is where it is going to a waste management centre around an hour away. Behind the tarpaulin, the huge amount of unwanted goods are revealed. We watched as the pallets were removed one by one. Several such loads can leave the depot every day. Separately, we followed another lorry as it headed out, carrying non-electrical items. The destination, a landfill and recycling site, only a few miles from where they'd been stored, and in the main, still perfectly usable.
Kids can build the future. We live on this beautiful planet. We saw this. I mean, you can't imagine how thin the atmosphere is when you see it from space. We live in it and it looks so big. It feels like, you know, this atmosphere is huge and we can disregard it and treat it poorly. When you get up there and you see it, you see how tiny it is and how fragile it is. We need to take all heavy industry, all polluting industry, and move it into space and keep Earth as this beautiful gem of a planet that it is. Now that's going to take decades and decades to achieve.
This could be done in a decade. You daft fuck. You see this? You see this, like, dump? This quote-unquote waste management center? This is a dump, okay? These items will not decompose. With the electronic disposal, we are currently experiencing one of the worst chip shortages in history. Computer components are through the roof expensive and hard to get because of this chip shortage. Now, when you can't sell an electronic item, it's much cheaper, or if you receive a return on an electronic item, it is much cheaper in the long run for short-term profits to simply dispose of the electronic than to try to sell it again. Because when you dispose of the product, that's one product that's not being sold, which makes all of the other products that are being sold that much more rare, and thus artificially drives up the price. This man does not care about the environment. This fucking bald-ass motherfucker does not give a single shit about the environment. He does not care. He could not care any less. That's it. That's it. Okay?
But you have to start, and big things start with small steps. And
we don't need small steps. We need large change on a, not a local level, but a federal level. We need a strong, heavy-handed government that is going to fuck this man over and begin to actually look into the ethical practices of his business, of his industry. Hey Pop-Tart, we're talking about some pretty important shit. Go back about 10 minutes in the stream and just watch from there, because we're talking about some really, really important things. And if you want to be up to date, just watch the past 10 minutes of the stream. But no, Amazon makes him a lot of money. But what he gets the most money is government subsidies, handouts, and capital gains from stocks. Which, frankly, capital gains are not taxed. And they should be. This man should not exist. This man should not be doing what he is doing. The money that he has and he is putting towards commercial space flight and towards eventual asteroid mining, should be being put towards building infrastructure, building public housing, creating an income floor, funding NASA and actual space organizations that have done actual shit. Like, what did this guy do 2 days ago? What did he do? He flew into space for 11 minutes and then landed. I mean, his rocket booster landing on its own, that's pretty impressive, right? Getting a booster to land is brand new technology, and it's impressive. But do you know what NASA did 60 years ago? 50 years ago? We landed on the goddamn motherfucking moon with an IBM computer of which was the size of a fucking building. And all of that technology in that entire building, to now, because of technological advancements made by NASA, is now the size of your phone. Your phone is more powerful than the computers that put men on the moon. Yes. Jeff Bezos is a horrible, abhorrent, disgusting person. He's talking about getting our children to space, getting our children to a brighter future. Do you know what children are not going to be seeing a brighter future? The fucking children in the Congo that are cobalt mining. China is helping these fucking children. Do you know who's exploiting children who are mining cobalt? Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, all of these fucking billionaires. Exploitation is not just domestic. Exploitation is international. Elon Musk is a horrible person. Elon Musk is an abhorrent demigod. He's not a quirky, neurodivergent little guy who's just joking around. No. He is a disgusting businessman who's only out for short-term gains and profit. He does not care about you. He does not care about your children. He does not care about your well-being. If he cared about your well-being, he would vouch for politicians and for lawmakers to be rewriting tax code to take away his capital gains. You want to get rich off of something other than hurting people? Build infrastructure. You can get a lot of money in an engineering career building infrastructure that will help people. Billionaires do nothing. And then people who defend billionaires online are like, oh, like, if you defend a billionaire online, what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna be like Mr. Beast? They're gonna turn around and be like, oh my god, thank you so much for supporting me. Here's a $50,000 loan. Go buy yourself a house. Oh, I am so proud of you. Thank you so much. I even think Mr. Beast is alright. He's talked on podcasts about taxes. Mr. Beast has talked a lot about taxes and that he thinks taxes are good. He pays his taxes, he's released his tax returns, and he talks a lot about expanding taxes and that taxes are important. And he exploits advertisements and advertising companies not to his own personal gain, but to help his community. He does a lot of charity work. Mr. Beast isn't an amazing person by any means. I don't think he's admirable by any means. But I think he is a step in the right direction. I think he is a genuine step in the right direction for what billionaires should be. I don't think any billionaires should exist. I think there should be a wealth cap before you get to $1 billion, because what do you really need $1 billion to do? You can live a comfortable life with $1 million, right? With even $100 million, you can live the most comfortable life you could ever have. But once you get to $1 billion, what do you need that wealth for? You, at that point, are nothing but a leech that is just holding on to that money. No, Mr. Beast is a millionaire. He is not a billionaire. He is not a billionaire by any means. No. But he does have a lot of money. I think he is a better role model for children than this asshat. I think Mr. Beast doing charity work on his videos is a great model for children. Teaching children that giving to elevate people out of poverty, that's great. That's an amazing thing. And his philosophies of paying taxes are good philosophies. You don't even want to be a billionaire? You're pretty sure it's hella bad shit that comes with the yeah, no, it is bad. Being a billionaire means you are a bad person. There are no, I have said this before, and I will reiterate, there are no good billionaires. You still think he's a prime example of how wealth should be used? Yes. I think under a more, I believe in a much more heavy-handed government in terms of the economy, but I think the first step forward should be democratic socialism. And I think under a democratic socialist world, millionaires should still be allowed to exist. But millionaires should be modeled after people like Mr. Beast. They should be charitable, good people. Making sure your entire high school roster is set before you get $1 billion? That's admirable. Wanting to help your community and wanting to help those around you is a great mentality to have. Now let's finish this fucking, let's listen to this douchebag finish.
We need reusable rocket vehicles, so we need to practice with them. And that's what this summer
We need renewable I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna go.
Orbital tourism mission allows us to do, is to practice over and over. So we are, this is the very beginning.
Your parents were like genuinely blown away when I said if I had $1 billion, I'd do everything in my power to spend it. I think your parents would be even more blown away if you said if you had $1 billion, you'd try to increase taxes on yourself. I think that would fucking scare your parents.
Of that, and it's exciting.
Is there anything now that you didn't think yesterday, but now you're saying, I'm going to do this?
Again, they're talking about the fucking bullshit overview effect. Elon Musk, I mean, not Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos did not change after seeing Earth from space. He didn't. He did not change. Jeff Bezos did not change after looking at the Earth from space. No. He didn't change. He just had fun for 11 minutes. That's basically it.
This is the...
You'd make your own charity, so you can make sure shits are actually... Okay, charity is good, but Social Security is more important than charity. You need to tax yourself, because ultimately, taxes, that money, goes into building infrastructure, and that money goes into serving communities. So long as we can decrease the military budget, we can ensure that that money is going into infrastructure. That money is going into Social Security. That money is going into systems like a universal basic income.
Change that's going to happen next.
So for me, it
Education too. Education is very important.
reinforces my commitment to the climate change, to the environment.
Recently, Amazon's UK boss, who at the time was not aware of our investigation, did admit this to us.
So how much of the stock in your warehouses ends up being destroyed?
I'm afraid I don't have
Is it very much?
that number with me. It will be extremely small.
Yeah, this man really cares about climate change. Yeah, no, he really cares. Won't we get beat up if we stop funding the military? Okay, that's another thing. The Department of Defense is not defending the United States. We don't have any immediate threats. You do realize that we spend more than twice the amount of money on the military than China does, right? You do realize that there are no immediate threats. No one wants to kill us. Like, we're not gonna get beat up. The military is... I mean, we still need a military, but it doesn't need to be as massive as it is. Alright, so here is the military expenditures by country. Here's the United States. In 2018, we spent $648.8 billion on the military. The rest of the world combined spent a measly... Well, actually, no, I'm fucking stupid. No, I'm reading. Okay. Erase that for... No. I'm stupid. That is 1/3 of the entire world's military spending. Okay? Do you understand that? That our military budget is 1/3 of the entire world's military budget. We're not going to get beat up if we reduce our military. What I was looking for was the, yeah, okay. This is the graph I was looking for. So, in terms of American government budgeting, this is all tax money that is then put towards things. We spend $13 billion in 2015 by the government. The government spent $13 billion on food and agriculture. They spent $26 billion on transportation. They spent $29 billion on Social Security, unemployment, and labor. Let's just say 30% on science. 40 billion on energy and environment. 41 billion on international affairs. Housing and community, 63 billion. Veterans benefits, 65 billion. Medicare, 66 billion. Education, 70 billion. Government, 72.9 billion. And the military, 598.5 billion. Look at how much we spend on education versus military. We don't even need to raise taxes. We just need to redirect funding. And we should be redirecting funding. We need to have public housing. There is no reason why in the country with the largest GDP in the world that there is a single person that is homeless. We need public housing. We need free education through college for everyone. Does that mean private education won't exist? For now, no, private education will still exist, but I do believe it is in our best interest to slowly phase out private education. Just think about how much we could do. Energy and the environment is 3% of our budget, but 54% of our budget is military. And this was 2015. You know what Biden did? You know what Biden just did? Biden raised our military budget. Biden requests $715 billion for the Pentagon. That's a huge increase. Now, if you think Biden is a good president, I am going to tell you right now, Biden is just as bad as Trump. Okay? Biden and Trump are no different. They're equally horrible. At least Biden is not vocally racist. But he is racist in the legislation he has passed through his entire life. How long ago did we even have any type of war or fight? No, we are fighting wars. They're overseas wars and they're proxy wars. They're just other wars that we're fighting. Is any president good at this point? A good president would be someone who wants to redirect funding away from the military, a president that wants to give education and healthcare for all, a president who wants to expand capital gains taxes for the rich, and a president who wants to serve the people and expand infrastructure and expand public transit and de-emphasize our use of private transit and push us towards a better world. This is why I need to be Secretary of State, so I can be like, no to the military as imperialist precedent. Obama was good. Obama was good, okay? Obama was better than Trump and Biden. But Obama still sucked in a lot of aspects. Obama did not push for the legalization of same-sex marriage for a reasonable amount of time. Biden was against the legalization of same-sex marriage up until it was legalized. Obama has a lot of problems. Obama is a moderate who wants to work together with Republicans. Obamacare was good, but it needed to be expanded upon. It needed to have much more eligibility. There is an eligibility limit on Obamacare. I forget what it was. I believe it was you had to be 65 to be eligible for Obamacare. That you should have to be 0 years old to be eligible for Obamacare. Anyone, no matter who you are, you should be eligible for Obamacare. I do not give a shit. What the fuck is so detrimental of same-sex marriage? Okay, so basically the argument against same-sex marriage is that it destroys the sanctitude of traditional marriage and erodes the traditional structures of our country and the traditional ideas of the country. If we're talking about Obama, the one criticism I had of him is his continuation of the war on terror, and then again, he did withdrawal from Iraq. To be honest, leaving them in a power vacuum was the best you have done. That argument makes no sense. YS1219, please expand upon what you're trying to say. But just fucking... Biden's not a good president. Trump was not a good president. Obama was a mediocre president. It's just sad. It's just sad that this is what our president... Biden has already given up on the $15 minimum wage. He only gave us $1,400 instead of his promised $2,000. Best president is an opinion thing. There are people that will unironically tell you that Ronald Reagan was the best president, despite Ronald Reagan literally destroying economics. Just period. Reaganomics is the most bullshit thing I've ever heard. Trickle-down economics is just bullshit. I would say some of the best presidents was Roosevelt. Roosevelt was a great president. Lincoln, great president. Marx was Lincoln's #1 fan, right? Okay, so trickle-down economics is the idea that if we leave the rich alone, the rich will spend their money, and their money, their like rich endeavors, will trickle down and feed poor people, and that money will eventually make its way to poor people. But obviously that's bullshit. Rich people will exploit poor people as much as they can, because it makes money. Lincoln was great. Lincoln was a phenomenal president. Okay? His successor, after he was shot, was a horrible president who destroyed everything. Argument is we should have never invaded Iraq because it would cause a power vacuum. The sting in Iraq to try to enforce the law would, so it's very sad leaving them. Is that leaving them to an eventual civil war was the only thing we could have done without making it worse? I know nothing about foreign policy. I will say I know very little about foreign policy. So I'm trying to stick to what I know. I'm trying. Fuck Bush. No, I agree. Bush sucked ass. I don't like Bush. Any of what he did. He was a Republican. All Republicans are bastards. Oh, same-sex marriage? Okay, no. The argument that it's destroying traditional ideas and traditional marriage and the sanctitude of marriage is bullshit. No, it's a bullshit argument. Okay? These people are literally homophobic, okay? They're just horrible people. You know who else is a horrible person? Any Republican, okay? All Republicans are bastards. There is no argument against that, okay? Republicans inherently are horrible, horrible people, okay? Everything they are doing. Anyone who identifies as a conservative, their ideals are created to hold us back. The idea of conservative, in its very nature, is to conserve the ideas of the past. Because it boils down to an outdated idea that the past and the olden days were better. That once we lived in a better time than we do now. And that... But the reality is the opposite, okay? The reality is the complete opposite. I'm sorry, I'm just making sure my mic is working properly. I was noticing the gain was really low, so I'm fixing that. But no. Republicans are against increasing minimum wage. Republicans are against universal health care. Republicans are against shifting budget away from the military. Republicans, the vast majority of them, still do not believe that climate change exists, despite empirical evidence proving them wrong over and over and over again. Yeah, you remember being told many times not to be afraid to break out of the comfort zone. No, I agree. Yeah. It's fine to leave the comfort zone. It's important to be... Okay, so what Republicans argue as the negatives... Hold on. As the negatives for raising minimum wage, right? They say... Hold on. Also, I need to, that's getting my computer chugging. So currently, in 2019, 82.3 million workers were being paid on minimum wage. Republicans' argument is that if you raise minimum wage, all of these people are going to be fired. Because suddenly companies cannot afford to pay them more than $7 an hour. Now the reality is that is not 82 million workers that will be fired. That is 82 million workers that will be making twice as much as they did previously. $7 an hour as a minimum wage. That wage cannot afford you a one-bedroom apartment in a single county in the entire country. You cannot afford an apartment on $7 an hour in any county in the United States. And that's just an apartment. Forget utilities, food, water, internet, car expenses through gas and getting around, other expenses like if you have medical issues. Most minimum wage workers don't get benefits, so you're not going to have healthcare through your company. Raising minimum wage would help all of these people, not hurt them. And what we're seeing right now through, I think you've noticed that trying to deny climate change is fucking mental gymnastics and a half. It may as well be conspiracy theory. Okay, what's horrifying about the climate change is the first group of people to ever research climate change was Mobil, the oil company, Mobil. And after they found that humanity is destroying its environment through the use of fossil fuels, they hid their study. And their study was actually paid for by the US government. And so they hid that research in the 80s. In the fucking 80s. These private companies that say climate change is fake have known that it's real since the 1980s. But they hide it for the simple fact that it makes money. Yeah, there used to be an ad from a gas company bragging that they made enough energy to melt an entire glacier from the 50s. Yeah, this is the bullshit we're talking about. But no, raising minimum wage would do nothing but help people. And I think you've noticed, if you go around your town, you've noticed lately McDonald's have been shutting down because no one wants to work, right? And then suddenly they're raising their wages? That is not them being charitable and raising their wages. That is people saying, hey, we can make more money living on unemployment than working at McDonald's. Therefore, we're just going to quit and stop working at McDonald's because they're not paying a wage that we can survive off of. And so McDonald's is freaking out because suddenly they have no workers and raising their wages. And suddenly we're realizing, hey, wait a minute. They could have paid these wages all along. Look at that. Wow. Crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy, right? Wow. I can't believe that. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Minimum wage should be raised yearly based on productivity and inflation. Minimum wage should not be $15 an hour. Minimum wage, at the bare minimum, should be $22 an hour. And I stand behind that. Minimum wage should be a wage that you can live off of. With minimum wage, you should be able to afford an apartment and food. I do not care if you are working at McDonald's. I do not care if you're a cashier at a grocery store. You should be making enough money to survive. Because the moment a company does not pay you enough money to survive, that's fucking disgusting. It's disgusting. It's so fucking disgusting. Republicans are inhumane and they want you to starve. And you cannot debate me on that. How many people we got? Wow, we got a lot of people here. What the hell? That's a lot of people for my stream. Let's go back to the original thing we were talking about. We've rambled long enough. Let's watch his.
I think if you look at it too, about we have too much vilification in society today, and not enough unity. So we want to.
Oh no, the Democrats and the Republicans hate each other. Oh no, the Republicans and the Democrats don't like each other. Oh no, they don't like each other. Republicans and Democrats are the same people. The only difference is that Republicans are vocally racist, and Democrats will write BLM and put rainbow pride flags on their drones that they'll then slam into Syria and kill civilians with. That is the only difference between Republicans and Democrats. They are the same person. They're the same people. Donald Trump and Joe Biden are not very different people. The only difference, Donald Trump, very vocally racist, saying Mexicans are rapists. Biden is more quietly racist through his police reform bills that he passed from the 90s and still is passing to this very day, that accidentally, well, not accident, I just mean like, what's the fucking word? Insurmountably, or it just happens to affect African American citizens much more than it does white citizens. And his crime bills, and I think it is called the crime bill, does that because it works off of income. The thing is, the crime bill itself, I believe it's the crime bill, let me check. The crime bill. Yeah, Joe Biden's 1994 law, the crime bill. What the crime bill does is it affects people of a lower income level much more than it does of a higher income level. They are more susceptible to law enforcement, to being arrested, to being ticketed, to be jailed, than people of a higher income level. And unfortunately, we have a really shitty history in our country. And as such, the average African American in our country makes less money than the average white American. It's an unfortunate reality of our country. And thus, this law affects black people much more than it affects white people. If you want to help the African American community, and if you want to help minority communities, don't help just African Americans. Don't help just minority communities. Help people who are at a lower income level to be risen up to a higher income level. Because then it's not, if you say we're just going to be giving black people money, that's racist. But if you say we're going to be giving all poor people money, that's not racist. And what you'll end up doing is you'll elevate more black people out of poverty than you will white people, because unfortunately there's more percent of the population-wise. Percentage-wise, there's more African Americans in poverty than white Americans. And you will elevate people and put them on a much more equal playing field. Undercover racism, yeah, it is insane. It's crazy. There was a recent police report of the community I live in, the small city I live in, up in upstate New York. We have an extremely low African American population in our community. We have a very huge concentrated group of rich white people in our community. I am not rich. My family is lower middle class. We are working Americans. My mom works 2 jobs. We're at a very low income level. When this report came out, despite African Americans having a very small percent of the population in my city, they had a much larger amount of African Americans that were arrested than white Americans, despite the fact that statistically it should be the other way around. Only 2 black kids in my elementary school in the small city? Yeah. There's not very many African American kids in when we graduate from high school either. We're a very white community, unfortunately. Yeah, I can confirm. We live in rich potheads, the city. Yeah, but I was gonna look up something. Oh yeah. Amount of African American senators. To date, we have had 11 African American senators, right? Keep that number in your mind. 11 African American senators. Total U.S. senators in history. In history, we have had 1,314 members who have served in the Senate. So if we get a calculator and we take 1,314, actually no, if we get 11 African American senators and we divide that by 1,314 total senators, that means that 0.008% of all senators in American history have been black. Now, percent of U.S. population is black. Black people make up 13.4% of the population, despite having despite having only 0.8% of all senators in history. 13% of the population is only represented by 0.8% of our entire history of the Senate. That doesn't add up. We need to multiply this times 100. I realize if you're making a percentage, you have to multiply it times 100. 0.8%. This is the percent number. Your parents both work, and I think they make a lot, but they have 5 kids, including me, so we don't get extra money like that. So, what class of... I'd say you're in middle. From what I've seen, you've shown me a little bit of your house. I'd say you're pretty middle class. You're in a pretty comfortable living environment, but you could be even better off, right? You're pretty middle class. From what I've heard of your family is very hardworking. You have a very hardworking, intelligent family. But no, like, accidental racism. It's not accidental, it's like Pop-Tart said. It's racism in disguise. It's like the spy from Team Fortress 2, except his paper mask is blackface. That's all it is. Alright, let's listen to the rest of this fucking frat douchebag talk.
We need unifiers, not vilifiers, and when you look out at the planet, there are no borders. There's nothing.
There are no borders, huh? No borders, huh? No borders. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this image is? This is a picture of Berlin from space at night. You can see one half of the country uses LED, fluorescent light bulbs, and the other half uses more older style light bulbs, more old-fashioned style light bulbs. Do you know what was once along this line? This was the Berlin Wall. This was once the Berlin Wall. There's no borders from space, huh? From space, there's no problems. Humanity is completely at peace. We all love each other. Nothing looks different. There are no divides. We're all our own people. Yeah. Recently, China has starred, I don't know if there's any photographs of this. Yeah. Look at this. See that? That's not drawn on. Those are lines. That is light. because this is a border zone along the Himalaya mountains to prevent illegal immigration. No borders from space, huh? Everything was just fine. We're all so peaceful. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We look... So no borders from space. Mm-hmm. No. No borders from space. We all look so peaceful. India-Pakistan border. Mm-hmm. No borders from space. Here's Cairo. Here's Egypt. Along the Nile. No borders from space. India and Pakistan have a very clear border from space. There's some military installations there. Oh, hey, there it is. Yeah, exactly. You can see the Great Wall of China from space. It's very cool. It's very hard to see because of how thin it is. But I'm gonna stop fucking So, wait, if you could so easily search it up, you have borders, then why did he say we don't? Because it's a very poetic thing, okay? Saying from space, everything looks so beautiful and peaceful is a very poetic thing. It's basically saying, oh, world peace is attainable. Yeah, Egypt is different, yeah, because, again, the Nile is the only place that can support life. No, that's fine. I'm just saying, that's still a border in and of itself. That's showing that we are there, that we exist, that we have a presence, and we are not a peaceful species.
It's one planet, and we share it, and it's fragile.
It is fragile. Can you stop burning your fucking unsold products, you fucking lizard, you fucking reptilian? Oh, you want to see something fucking horrifying? You want to see something horrifying? Alright, I'm sorry I'm making so many interruptions, but... He's a fucking lizard. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's fucking gross. I hate this guy. What even is the thought process behind this picture? He wanted to eat an iguana. I don't know what else to tell you. He wanted to eat an iguana.
Well, until now, space exploration has been a passion of yours, but not your day job.
Has it? Really? He seems like one of those little kids that are like, oh, I want to be an astronaut. And then like 2 days later, they just kind of don't care. This wasn't gonna be a chill Minecraft stream, but fuck. Y'all, it's been hijacked for politic and that's fucking base. I'm glad that this stream is like actually having engagement, that there's people here that we're like talking about shit and we're engaging and having discussions. You have no idea how fucking happy this makes me. Like, genuinely, I am having so much fun. I love this. It is fucking based. Because these are important things we need to be talking about, okay? This is important. So thank you to the lots of people who have all showed up and are all vibing and doing your thing. Look at you. Look at all of you. Look at all of you. We got Academically Impossible. Yo, look at you. You're so cool. We got Pop-Tart. We got Commander Root. We got... That's a bot, I think. We got Sad Girl. We got Sobbingly. We got Polish Astronaut. We got YS1219. We got all the fun people here. We got all the chill people. Yeah! Yeah! Look at us go.
True.
Does that change today? Does this become your life's work?
This and the Bezos Earth Fund, which is the climate change foundation.
How about you fucking invest in your fucking company not burning shit? The Subi one has just slipped away, yeah. Yes, the Subi one just kind of disappeared. But this fuck!
That's gonna be the focus of my work.
All right, maybe my hardest question. Your brother just took you to space. What are you giving him for Christmas?
Look, I already...
Ah ha 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 ha. Yes, let's all laugh and have a good time. Let's just have a good time. Let's just ha 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 ha.
let the guy take me to space. What?
Everything's fine. Everything's okay.
Guys, don't worry. Everything's okay. Nothing's wrong. The world is fine, actually. People aren't starving in the street. We don't have 40 million people on the brink of being evicted from their homes. Everything's okay.
Everything's fine. It's okay. Nothing's wrong. This man isn't eating children in his basement. It's okay. Everything's fine.
No, I was never panicked. I got a little emotional.
These people look like fucking clones of each other. The only difference is that this guy fucking shaves his eyebrows. For Christmas, Jeff Bezos gives his brother the gift of permanent holiday on the sun. Alright, you're talking about this Jeff Bezos as giving him the permanent vacation. They're both Jeff Bezos. They are the same person. Look at them. This is the same fucking person. This man shaved his eyebrows to make him look different, and this man got a little heft to him. They're the same person. Yes, if you are bald, you are evil. And, when I say if you're bald, you're evil, if you are bald, you are evil. This man is bald. He does not have hair. His hair is fake. Elon Musk is bald. Okay? Do you understand? He is bald. He's a bald-ass motherfucker. Elon Musk's hair is fake. It's literally fake. This man is a fucking fool. He's a robot. He's evil. He will eat you.
When I was sitting waiting for the launch.
I don't know why, but just Jeff Bezos standing there in like an A pose, staring at his brother, is the most uncomfortable image I've ever seen. It's so scary.
Just thinking about my kids and my wife and everything. It was, it's a profound moment.
I like how it took us 40 minutes to get through 3.5 minutes of a video. It took us 40 minutes to get through 3.5 minutes of a video. Oh my fuck.
And the training that we went through was fantastic for anything that might be off nominal, but it was a perfect flight, and boy, what an adventure. It was unbelievable.
This is what I mean by I can ramble on and on and on forever. And that's why I love streaming.
Some of our family members were a little anxious.
Yeah.
They were, but they flipped.
No, your family members were excited. Your family members were sitting there like, oh my god, Jeff Bezos, please die. Please rocket blow up and kill Jeff Bezos so I can get a lot of money in inheritance, please. Please, Jeff Bezos, die. I want free money from inheritance. I want my free money. This is what it's like having ADHD. Yeah. Jeff Bezos is skinny Kingpin? Kingpin? Oh my god, he is skinny Kingpin! You got hijacked by one thought, which gets hijacked by another thought? Yeah, it's crazy.
Between wanting to snowboard in our carry luggage and wanting to...
He looks like fucking... Okay, he looks like... He looks like the fucking king of apes. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is literally the fucking king of apes, right? Same fucking man.
And wanting to stop us from...
Wait.
In our carry luggage.
This is the same man. He is the king of apes. It's the fucking king of apes. Joe Rogan. And there's the other king of apes. Alex Jones. Oh no, Joe Rogan, king of apes. Look at him. Ooga booga brain. He's a ooga booga brain. He's Joe Rogan minus the... Yeah, what fucking... Who paid Jeff Bezos to shave his eyebrows? Like, he has no eyebrows. Like, this man has no eyebrows. Oh wait, no, he does. It's just hidden by the fucking
10-gallon cap. But it doesn't look like he has eyebrows.
And wanting to stop us from going. But, I think that's natural.
We should have stopped him from going. What was the point of sending this man to space? What was the point? He just went up there to have fun. That's all he did. He just had fun for a few minutes and then came back. It was a sleepover party prank, yeah. They just cut off his eyebrows.
Natural. It was a perfectly nominal mission. It was so much fun and meaningful too.
It was so much fun. I don't think that the Apollo mission returned from landing on the fucking moon and said, it was so much fun. The Apollo mission had a lot of fucking problems. It was a 5-day mission, right? They were out in space for 5 days. That's a long fucking mission, okay? That's insane. It was a hard, strenuous, scientific experiment to land on another body for the first time in human history. And they come back, they are heroes. This man goes to space for 11 minutes, comes back. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I had fun. That was cool. We should do it again sometime.
When are you doing it
I think he actually says later on, yeah, we should do it again tomorrow.
next?
As soon as, how about tomorrow?
Yeah, there he goes. Right there. Yeah. Yeah, let's just fucking go. Yeah, let's just do it tomorrow. Entering orbit is well-established knowledge now? Yeah. Yeah, Yuri Gagarin would be like, hey, yo, orbiting space was fucking... Yeah, no. It's well known that being in space is fun. People talk about zero gravity being a very pleasurable, very relaxing experience, right? People know that going to space is fun. They know it. But you don't go to space to have fun. You go to space to work. You go to space to make progress, to achieve something. Maybe one day, Pop-Tart, you can go to space. Maybe one day we will be at a point where anyone can go to space, right? Anyone can just go to space and have the experience of looking down on our fragile, beautiful planet and experience zero gravity. But these two bumbling morons are not going to be the ones to make it happen. This man and his fucking thing brother is not going to get... Yes, rich people are going to create literal feudalism as time goes on. When they start mining asteroids, it will create a neo-feudalist society, a techno-feudalist society, where the rich people own machines that can produce anything they could ever want. And thus, because everything is automated, and all food production, all medical production, every industry possible is 100% automated. And the rich own it. But poor people and working people no longer being of service to rich people because everything is automated will have no jobs and thus make no money and thus not be able to buy food. And thus we will be reach a state where we have two classes. We have a 1% of hyper-rich people who own the machines that produce everything, or, while at the same time having a lower class of 99% of everyone else, if not 99.5% of everyone else, who is starving to death because they physically cannot obtain food. And what we need to do is we need to be nationalizing industries as they automate, right? Farming should be a nationalized industry to make sure that these fucking Beavis and Butthead motherfuckers aren't hoarding all of the Earth's resources and hoarding
resources from space that could benefit the greater humanity. The thing about the government is having a heavy-handed government isn't a bad thing, so long as it's democratic. If you have a democratic authoritarian government, economically, not socially, economically authoritarian government, you can ensure that technological achievements and resources are used for the greater good of humanity, not for a select group of rich individuals.
Soon to get ready.
Do you want to do it soon? How soon?
Well, I want to fly a bunch of people, so I'm not going to go next. I'm going to save seats for others, but I do want to go again.
He's not going to go next because that seat that he's going in could make him $28 billion if someone else goes there. I wonder how people who died in 2015 are looking at our progress right now. Probably mad as hell. No, those people were mad already because the fucking stock market crash happened fucking 7 years before then. They're already mad because rich people got off when the fucking housing crisis happened.
Do you wish your grandfather could have seen this?
Hell yes.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Oh no, his grandfather died. Oh no, my grandfather died. He had to watch us go to space from heaven.
Okay, cool. How many fucking people lost their grandparents because these doofuses refused to close their facilities, forced their workers to go to work during conditions of COVID, got their grandparents infected, and had to watch their grandparents slowly die because of them, because of these two fucking bumbling doofuses. Your grandfather can burn in hell for all I care. I do not give a shit. Your grandfather is in hell. He's burning. Yes, I'm not talking about the Amazon shit. I'm also talking about Elon Musk. Elon Musk forced his workers to go to work despite COVID being a huge issue. These fucking bumbling doofuses don't care about you. They don't give a shit.
Is he the one person you thought of up there? I mean, your family has a history of space exploration, space work.
Yeah.
I'm actually genuinely curious, This is false. Jeff Bezos did not journey from a suburban garage. He was given $300,000 from his parents to start Amazon. Yeah, I can't find it. I'll look later. But I don't know about his family having a history with space travel. I actually don't know. He could. His family very well might have a history of working for NASA or something. I don't know. They could have been aeronautic engineers. My thought was just quit, but now I realize I'm a kid and that's different for adults. Yeah. Some people are trapped in that economic situation where if they quit, what's there left for them to do? They don't really have anywhere left to go. And a lot of people have a contract that if they get out of, they're not going to make money. You're going to lose a lot of shit. A lot of companies will give a sign-on bonus, like you'll get a lot of money just for being hired, but you have a contract that says in order to get this money, you need to work for a certain amount of time at our company. And that's money that they need to feed their family. I mean, Jeff Bezos increased the minimum wage at his companies to $15 an hour, but $15 an hour is still a very hard wage to live off of, like I've talked about earlier. It's very hard to afford not just an apartment, but food, transportation, utilities, internet, all of those other expenses that come along with it.
I definitely thought about Pop.
We said that in the capsule.
Yeah,
you know who would love
I definitely
this?
thought about Pop. He would have been the one, like, most excited by this.
This pisses me off because I called my great-grandfather Papa, and he calls his fucking grandfather Pop.
Most proud of this, and yeah, we miss him.
Well, your kids are going to be excited too. Thank you both so much. Congratulations.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Wait, he has kids? Fuck! That means he has fucking people that will inherit his old. Yeah, he sounds like a fucking frat kid. He sounds like an asshole who lives in a frat. Alright, well, for all the wonderful people who actually fucking made it through that horrible, horrible length of just rambling about nothing. I've only made Laos in your based Asia map? Oh, nice. 100% from, yeah, no. Fucking Bezos is just, it's fucking disgusting. Lewd with 2 dudes in the food. It's like the 7th country in, you think? Wow. So, base country map. Oh, you're doing good. Oh wait, hold on, I have to fucking... where's my Streamlabs? Let's kill that. Alright, let's get back to what we were doing. I don't think you understand. What do I not? What do I not? What? Why do I not understand? Edumacate me. We are day 84. There's 50 countries in Asia and you're only 7 in? Huh. Very cool. What a fool. Foolish bambino. Yeah, this is very okay, so what I'm doing is I'm rearranging my map because I'm gonna expand the map. That's our goal for today. That was, or at least that was gonna be our goal for today, but then politics got the better of me. And we had our nice little ramble. I'm very glad to have had it. Wait, I'm not broadcasting? Oh shit. Fuck. Shit, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Twitch chat, for letting me know that I'm a bumbling buffoon. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. We're not talking about politics anymore, we're playing Minecraft. Did I do that right? I think so. Map. I'm very incompetent, okay? That's all I have to say. I'm a moron. Cool, okay, so the map is almost fixed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go right here, right? Yeah. Boop. Now we're just gonna go south. We're gonna make our map. Boom. No armor? No, we don't have any armor right now. It's day, and we don't want to get hot because we're playing with mods. And overheating and overexerting our body is bad. Is very bad. You don't want to overexert. You don't want to hurt yourself. We could overheat and die. But also, I don't have very much armor, and I saved the armor for dungeon diving. Because dungeon diving requires quite a bit of armor. So I kind of want to save durability, and I don't have a lot of iron. So, this mod is too much. These mods are actually pretty light for a lot of mods. Basically, your mod is better food mechanics, water, there's more plants we can farm, seasons, freezing to death, and a few more mobs. And that's basically it. It's basically the entire mod. Well, it's a mod pack, so it's, yeah. It's a mod pack. That's what I sound like. I sound like a fucking doofus. Sound like a redditor. It's a pheasant. You don't know what a pheasant is? You bumbling idiot. Wow, look at this idiot. He doesn't know what a pheasant is. Wow. It's like a turkey, but like stupid. What a fucking idiot. Little turkey bitch. It's just a turkey, but it's a fucking idiot. That's all it is. Alright, there's the tower. Look at us go. Don't go in there. You think... Yeah. I should now laugh at you. Ha ha ha, you're humiliated because you're a fucking idiot. Ah ha 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 ha, cry. Cry some more. Tower. Look at this tower. This is a mighty fine tower. I lived here for a while. Anything? No. Put a torch right in the middle. Just gonna get rid of all the snow. Get rid of all the snow, so it'll be marked on the map better. They're not okay. They're not flying mice, but they're close. Sure, I'll give you that. You're not as much of an idiot as you could be. I feel like you're just trying to peeve me, so I won't get fooled. Cool. North. Bats are... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna stop reading chat because I keep getting disappointed whenever I do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So... we schmoovin' and groovin'. It's rabbits. I could kill those rabbits, get a lot of food. Pop-Tart really jeeving my jives out here. Okay, sun's setting, we need to go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. North. North. Onward. North. Keep going. You're achieving my jives. Really achieving my jives. That's what you're doing. You're achieving my jives. Basically, you're pissing me off. Alright, we found the dead forest, therefore we're almost... yeah, there we are. We're home! When the jive or jived. When the jives are jeeved. That's a moment. Let's put that on streamer fails. Aha, because this live streamer just failed. And it was funny. And very humorous. I don't have any wood. Well, the frames are really bad, I don't know why. But it's okay, it's okay. Jeeves her jives in front of 4 people? What? That's crazy. That's illegal. We're gonna have to get a fucking representative up in here to take you to court. You can't just jeeve people's jives out in public like this. That's like phallic, probably. I need wood. Let's see here. What else can I deposit? No, no rough isn't cool. Okay. Banned? I'm gonna get banned for jeeving jives in public, dude. I'm crazy. I'm really going off. I'm going ham. What was I gonna get? Oh yeah, I was gonna get bones. Because I need sticks very badly. Make katana? Dude, I don't want to make a katana. I'm fine with a sword. What do you think I am, a weeb? Do you think I am a weeb? I'm not a weeb, you foolish imbecile. What was that scene from, No, they're not cooler. What do you mean, dude? What was that scene from Garfield? Where the John is like a gamer? And he's like, ah ha ha, you think you can defeat me, you wretched fool? And people made memes about it, and it was really funny. Are you a weeb? Am I a weeb for thinking Japan should have won World War II? Yes, you are a weeb. for thinking that the Japanese should have won World War II. Okay. The Pacific Front, you could argue, was much more complicated than the Western Front, because the Western Front was very simple. Nazis are evil. Evil people are genociding people. Go kill evil people. The Japanese were doing some pretty fucked up shit. But it's much easier to argue against Japanese people than the Nazis. Argue against the Nazis. Okay, no, I made planks. I made planks, you bumbling fool. You doofus. But I will make paper in my pressing machine. And I will go drink, because if I do not drink, I will die. I should probably drink in real life, but I'm all out of liquid substance. Question. Should I make Gandhi India's base representative? The brain turned off for a little. Because he's done fucked up shit, then like in the same way that Churchill has. The thing about Gandhi is he was cool until like you asked him about his opinions on you know, eugenics. So like I'd say don't put him on there. I don't think Gandhi is as based as people say. I mean, he's pretty based for being like, hey yo, Britain, you should stop this fucked up shit. But he wasn't very based for being like, hey, eugenics kinda cool. Alright, these aren't growing, clearly. It is very warm in here. I think Churchill's pretty cool, but I don't think Churchill is as based as people say. I mean, he was pretty cool, but he was also like, Africa is a continent of savages and shit like that, which is, you know, kind of racist and not true. So like, yeah, that's not very based. But he did fuck up. What? Based? Yeah, based is like awesome. Based just literally means just awesome. If you say someone is based, you mean that they're just cool and badass. Like, I like that he was the man who threatened to come out of his house and break Hitler's fucking legs. Yeah, that was cool. Right? He's done some pretty cool shit. But at the same time, he's kind of staunchly very racist. So, unbased. But no, just for his hating of the Nazis, put him up on there. Yeah. Put him up on there. Anyone who hates the Nazis, right? Slap them up there. They deserve it. Harvesting time. So if I say call me Carson is based on Twitter, you'll get canceled because people don't like Carson on Twitter. And for good reason. Okay, I will say, a very controversial take, but Carson is not a pedophile, okay? 19 and 17 is not pedophilia. But what Carson did was wrong,
and was a horrible, horrible abuse of power between himself and a fan. If you're getting a fan to do sexual favors for you, and you vocally are like, oh, if you don't do this for me, you're a bad fan, or oh, I am so depressed and I've been so sad lately. That's a staunch, horrible abuse of power. But you are not a pedophile. It would be a pedophile if he was with like a 13-year-old or like even a 14-year-old at that age. 15-year-old too. 4-year age gap is kind of questionable if it's 19 and 15. I should stop talking, because I'm gonna get in trouble. Used to mean that's fucked up opinion, and I like it because it's good and fucked up, but us lefties have hijacked it, so now it means good, yeah. So you're proud that lefties can hijack words? Yeah, we can hijack words from 4chan. You know why? Because we lurk the 4chan forums too. Because we're awesome. 4chan isn't just horrible people. I mean, listen, if you're on 4chan, you're horrible people. But there's lefties there too. There's horrible lefties as well. Well, I've heard it's not the place to be. No, it's hell. It's hell. Don't go there. It's suffering. I've been there. I've spent a little more time than I probably should on 4chan. Not a place you want to be. It's not fun. It's kind of scary there, actually. People say some very fucked up shit, just recreationally. But the shit that they say is fucked up is usually shit that they have done themselves. They'll talk about the fucked up shit they did. I was like, yeah, look at this cool thing I did. So yeah, no, don't go there. No. It's still a thing. 4chan is one of those things that it'll never go away. It's not gonna be deleted. It's not just gonna disappear. Which sucks, but what are you gonna do? Internet words don't scare me. Oh boy, they will. No. Trust me. 4chan will scare the living hell out of you. It's just not a good place. Oh my Christ. Never mind. That pic will... my friend knew a girl online that got murdered by some dude and posted her dead body on Instagram. That pic will never leave your mind. Oh yeah, that's horrible. 4chan, personally, being on 4chan, I have seen some pretty fucked up shit. I'd say the worst of the fucked up shit was a dead body on the side of the road and a man cutting his own genitals off with a knife. He's in jail though? Good. Claps to that man. I mean, not claps to him, but claps for being fucking jailed. Anywho. You almost saw a video of a guy cutting his dick off and scrolled past? There's a few of them. There's actually quite a few of them. It's kind of terrible. Jeez, it's warm out. Oh my Christ. Look at that. Slime. Slime gummies. Gelled slime.
We should probably make that at some point so we don't overheat. Slime armor, yeah. It makes it so you don't die of heat. It keeps you cold. What I like about Fear of Dark is that all of his music, as far as I've seen, I haven't gotten a copyright strike from having his music yet, which is very cool. It's very nice. I know that this stream, when I post it onto YouTube, it is for sure gonna get a hefty copyright strike because we were listening to copyrighted news footage, so it's gonna get smacked pretty hard. No copyright is pogger. Copyright's dumb. Copyright's horrible. It's so dumb. News is copyright, yeah. This is a bra moment and a half. What else? What can we do? Let's make more, so let's make more of that. We don't have any. Nah. Meh. Fine. Boop. If people be talking in it, too far. Yeah, it's dumb how YouTube uses copyright. It protects artists' work, but like, sometimes it goes a little far, and it just gets intrusive. Oh shit, hold on, I need wood. I almost fucked myself up. Cool, so we're gonna boom, 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 boom. Okay. Four. Boom, and then we can... Cool, we're making progress. Yeah, people take it really far for just a couple bucks. We have 12 greenhouse glass. We're not doing too well. I need a lot more, which means we need to get cactus farms going. Like huge industrial cactus farms. I feel like we have plenty of sugarcane. We should just kind of put another cactus right next to it. Where my wood go? Where my wood go? That's where my wood went. I shouldn't sing that song because I'll get a copyright strike. God, Element Animation got hit so hard just for that parody song. It's so awful. Like, you can argue the original song is art, but what Element Animation does is art too. So it's like that kind of art versus art argument. Which is the more important art, I guess? which I'd argue both are equally important. They both contribute to culture, and ultimately that's what art is. It's culture. So anything that is cultural, whatever it is, or anything that can give you a feeling, or you can derive a feeling from it, is inherently art. Okay? Fucking Ben Shapiro, head-ass motherfucker, saying, hello, my name is Ben Shapiro. Rap music is not art. I do not like rap music. It is not art. Ben Shapiro is a fucking doofus motherfucker. Rap music is art. Sex is art. Yes. In many aspects, porn and pornography can be art. It depends on how you depict it. If you're having sex just for the act of having sex, that's not art. But you can make art out of sex. And you could genuinely make an argument that normal, vanilla sex is art because it is very cultural. And there are many cultural aspects of sex. Sex is art. I love art. Yeah, says Pop Tart. You love art. We all love art, don't we? Art is phenomenal. I love art. It's great. It fuels our culture. Yeah, Closer from 9 Inch Nails is the prime example. It's a very sexual song, but it's a good song. It's makes you feel something, and inherently, art can be defined by things that make you feel things. That's at least how I define art. And Closer by 9 Inch Nails makes you feel things. Hello, what are you trading? Potatoes? No. I'm trading for maps. Yeah, no, this is... We are at 2 hours and 15 minutes into our stream. I think I'm gonna wrap up in a little bit. We got a little bit left of the stream. Clips. What's that clip? Ayo Pop-Tart, what you clip? Art is pog? Sex is art, yes. In many aspects, porn and pornography can be art. It depends on how you depict it. If you're having sex just for the act of having sex, that's not art. But you can make art out of sex. And you could genuinely make an argument that normal, vanilla sex is art because it is very cultural. And there are many cultural aspects. Sex is art, yes. In many aspects. Alright, cool. It's... You're putting this in stream memes? Cool. Yeah, I always feel weird listening to my own voice. I don't know what it is. I always feel like my voice is terrible, and I hate it, and I wanna die. You made a clip a while back on a different stream. I'll have to take a peek at it if it's still up. Because I don't have Twitch affiliate, which in order to... Because I don't have Twitch affiliate, my clips are only temporary. They only last for 2 weeks. For most of the time, and then they die. The streams go bye-bye. In order for them to not do that, I need Twitch affiliate. Now, how do I get Twitch affiliate? Now, I can get Twitch affiliate by you, wonderful viewers, doing nothing else than to follow my streams. Yes, follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch. Yes, it's free. It costs you nothing at all. And if you follow me on Twitch, and I get to 50 followers, and I have a consistent streaming. I think that you have to stream for a certain amount of hours every month, which I already do. So all I need is 50 followers, and I have Twitch affiliate. Look at that. Wow. So follow the stream. Yeah, help me on my grind. Yeah. The grind to actually having followers. It's I'm halfway there. Wait, really? Hold on. I need to see this. I actually don't know how many followers I have. I have 23 followers. Wow. Look at that, look at that, look at that. That's crazy. I actually didn't know that. I have only gotten 1 follow in the past month, though. So it's gonna be a very slow journey. Very, very, very slow journey. Because we got 1 follow today. Last follow was a month ago by a good friend of mine. And then a few other people that month. But no, it's very slow. Slow progress. So follow. Very important. God damn it. I don't know what else to do. Actually I do, but we need one more, we need 1 more cactus for that. Your headphones are crying, you're gonna go play Genshin and charge them. Bye! Bye! Have a great rest of your night or whatever you're doing. Thank you for attending the stream, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad to have had you. It's nice chatting with you, we don't chat enough, we need to talk more. But no, have a great night. Hearts, yes, hearts. Love. Spread the love. Spread the love and spread the hate of rich people. Woo! Well, I say that, I'm not like one of those cringe 16-year-olds who are like, oh, we need to eat the rich. No, I will tell you why we need to eat the rich. That's what makes me quirky and random and RXD. Anyway, we've been going a good while. Next stream we will achieve what I wanted to achieve, because we did not achieve it this stream. By any means whatsoever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we didn't achieve it by any means. As I wanted to get all this done, and the layer underneath it, and also move it to here. Clearly we didn't do that, but that's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's all Gucci. Cool. That was a good stream though. Finally finished listening to Saint and Circumstances on the record player. Nice. That's sick. Proud of you. But for reference, started listening 10 minutes before the stream started. That's a long record, Jesus. But anyways, thank you all so much for attending the stream. This was a great stream. I really enjoyed talking to all of you about politics. I loved listening to all of your takes, all of your contributions. We had a nice, I felt like I was engaging with the chat, and I love that. That was amazing. That made me feel so good. So thank you all for coming. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a great day, have a great night. Sleep well. Have a great day at work. You know. I'll see you on Saturday, 10 p.m. on the dot. I have not missed clicking start stream exactly on the dot. Never. Not once. And I do not intend to change that. So long.